it was live. I tell you, it is so awesome. I just keep playing with it. It's way better than all three of the other websites that I've had. This would be the fourth website, the third change to my website, Impeccablerideshare.com, and limousine and party bus, high-end fleet service in Houston, Texas, right? I got over here like about hour and 45 minutes early to the airport because I got a call, got a blessing, and asked them where they found uh, me at. And they said, from your website. I was like, wow. So that's a good sign that something's working now, that they found me and I got a call, versus no calls, no business. So, you always got to be willing to change if you're going to be an entrepreneur and if you're going to make it happen. You got to be open to change. If you don't change, you're not willing to change and be open to change in your life, then you're satisfied and you're content with where you're at. That means nothing's going to change. You're content where you're at. You're content with staying the same. Um, you're not trying to do anything different. So you're happy where you're at. Um, but if you want more and you want to be like an entrepreneur and you want to be like me, I'm not happy where I'm at. I'm definitely changing. I'm definitely innovative. I'm definitely authentic. I'm definitely um, unique, um, differentiating, authentic, innovative, woman owned, um, tenacity, inspiration, grit, resilience, and so much more. So I'm just over here sitting by Starbucks. There's a couple drivers that are here too. They came in, one of them sitting in their car. I don't know how you can sit in your car so long. It's too hot. And it's like 100 degrees plus the humidity, like 130. And you just walk out the door and you're already sweating. So you gotta drink plenty of water. It's like I don't need no more coffee. Us drivers, we take coffee and Adderall in the morning that gets you going. I was like, let me get a refresher. So I got a refresher. I haven't tried this one, and it's called the Gaiva Passion Fruit um refresher, So hey, why not? But I got blessed with this airport. They're coming in from New Zealand, and I'm picking them up at Bush Airport and taking them to Walder, Texas. So it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes away, but it could be like 2 hours and 40 minutes, depending on traffic, which way you go. And then coming back, and he wanted me to pick up his daughter and take her home, to the barn. And just like I said, she's coming in from New Zealand, and I'm always early. I'm always on time, which is early for me and my company. I say early is on time for Miss Impeccable. And, if you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're just late, late. It's not good either way. If you're on time, then that's giving the client the reassurance that, oh, like, where is she or where is he? Your drivers, are they showing up? Are they going to be there on time? And you're pulling up right on the dot, and your client might be waiting for you. They might be ready a few minutes early, or they might be like, hey, is that person going to show up? Is that peace of mind? No, that's not peace of mind. Being early is peace of mind. And that's what I'm about. I don't have business. I tell everybody I hit rock bottom. I just lost my mom. The family's, doing all the cremation and stuff for me because, I was just going to donate her because I don't have no money, no nothing. Only thing I have is Jesus in my heart, and that's it. And I just keep going, keep pushing. And then, I'm an author. So this is my book. It's in Amazon in English and Spanish, and it's Spread the Word, I'm Making It Happen, by Shelley Castle. Spread the Word, I'm Making It Happen. And I told him about my book. He checked out, he obviously found my new website. I said, yeah, I just had it up a day ago. And hey, at least it's working, at least it's getting seen. I mean, who knows if it's this company or the other company, but, I believe it's this company that the fourth company is the charm, the fourth time is the charm. So I believe this one's definitely going to make more of an impact and a better company to use. And I told him I would send them business. And he said, just tell them that You referred them to say, Shelly Castle, and it's cheap for the website, and they're doing so much more, SEO on it and some other stuff they threw in, and then they threw in for me email address and blah blah blah. And they're gonna do another website too. So I got the impeccablerideshare.com, which is my limousine and party bus company, and then that's the QR code for that. And then I'll have an author website. It'd be Shelley-Castle, .com or whatever at whatever.com. So that'd be pretty cool. I told them to create me an author and inspirational speaking, another website that's separate from my business, um, that has my author, my inspirational speaking and like modeling and other stuff that I'll put on there. Um, anything that I do in my life, it'll be on there, me winning and me coming a celebrity, someday. Celebrity from the H-Town, right? You gotta claim it, you gotta want it, and you gotta speak it, gotta speak success, not speak negativity. And then on my business website, impeccablerideshare.com, I have an about me page. So it tells you, all about me, that I'm an author, inspirational speaker, inspiring, transforming lives, and getting into modeling and acting. And I can't wait. I can't wait so I can get into modeling and acting jobs. I already did my first photo shoot and I put them on all my pages. I have a Facebook modeling page, Miss Impeccable One, I think models or something. One is, and that's what it is. And then, well, the same for Instagram. I have a modeling page, Miss Impeccable Models One or something like that, or Miss Impeccable One is on Instagram. You can find it. And then, of course, I have my business on Instagram, and then I have a personal Instagram, and then TikTok. I have TikTok, and I have Twitter, have YouTube, of course, Snapchat. I have LinkedIn, so you can always find me everywhere. You can see all my success, all these magazines I keep getting into. I had a couple more just hit me up this week. They want to put me in there. So just look up my name. You'll see all the magazines, like 40, 50 magazines I've been in, front covers, inside. Already gotten in three with the modeling, and like one or two with the book with my author life. But they haven't, like a couple of them haven't published yet, but I posted some of them. And that's great. At least I'm getting some besides just the business, impeccable transportation, impeccablerideshare.com. I'm getting in some with the modeling. I'm getting in some with the author life. They're wanting to put authors in certain magazines. So, author speaks, inspiring, and that's what it's about. And I have an awards with the book as well. I made author of the year finalist for the best memoir. So I made finalists and went to California last October. So if y'all know anyone coming to Houston, y'all support me. You look up my new website. Let me know what you think of it. Impeccablerideshare.com. You'll see all my amazing vehicles, party buses, everything, charter buses, shuttle buses, sprinter vans, stretch limos, black SUVs, etc. It's all on there. We even offer private jet service. So if y'all know anyone that needs private jet, I've had several people say, they'll book a private jet for a honeymoon and just get on out of here and go to what is it, Louisiana, or go to Las Vegas or whatever, or they'll just take a private jet going down to Galveston. I was like, hey, wherever you want to go, shoot, we'll take you as long as you got the money, hey, people pay, why not? Shoot. So, my partner has it. So, I get a cut, but my whole goal is to get back on top, be able to get my own place again because I don't have my own place because I don't have business. So I'm hopping with friends and staying with them, and they're very supportive. My friends are amazing. And, but, I want to get back on top. I want to get a woman owned storefront because I'm woman owned, but, woman run as well. I want to have woman drivers, and that would be awesome because this airport that I'm picking up, he wanted a woman driver for his daughter, and I guess she's, a teenager, maybe, or a little younger. I didn't get the daughter's age, but he said his he preferred his daughter to be with a woman driver. And of course, I do have a few great men drivers that I've already put because they support me out there, hustling, all of us limo drivers. So I have a few great limo drivers I would give business to that are guys, but mostly I want a woman fleet. And that's what a lot of people are requesting and requiring nowadays just for safety. And, I'm all about safety. I want to differentiate myself from the rest, and be different than all the rest. And then I want to have pink and black. So I want my drivers and staff like black, suits, and then like maybe a long sleeve or short sleeve, pink button down shirt under the black jacket or whatever. And then you could have like a pink and black bow tie, and that would look very classy and different. And people will know that, hey, that's Miss Impeccable's team. That's Impeccable Rideshare, Impeccable Transportation. That's what I always say. That way people know what we are. And, but that's what it's about. You just keep shining your light brightly. Don't know anyone coming to Houston, traveling to or from Houston for the World Cup, for corporate, for their job, business, traveling with work or traveling with pleasure, weddings, birthdays, bachelorettes, anything, send them my way. And then also, if they're traveling to any other city or state or whatever for the World Cup, we'll take them there. And then also I can find them a driver that, let's say they're going to California, I could find you a driver in California that, I have affiliates, that way you're with someone I know and trust, and I know that you're gonna be safe, and that's what it's about. Safety is number 1 nowadays, because there's a lot of crazy stuff out there. There's a lot of sex trafficking and stuff like that. So, kidnappings, robbings, shootings, etcetera. It's very dangerous, and I tell people that's how we differentiate, and we're different. Rideshare versus limousine. Rideshare, you can't guarantee all that. You can't guarantee safety. You don't know who you're gonna get. You don't know if they're gonna show up. You don't know if you're gonna get clicked on 10 times and they don't show up, and they keep canceling, and your family, your loved ones, your workers, your company is left out there waiting on an Uber or Lyft when you can get a dependable service, something you can count on, have that peace of mind. And that's what it's about. And then also, you can save time for the corporates. Why worry about traffic, stress, construction, road rage, all that wasted time? And you could be handling your business meetings, taking care of business, Zoom phone calls, doing your team building events, you know, team building, getting to know your team, connecting with your team, uh, doing work, keep the money coming in, handle, take care of your company and what's most important, bringing in money and taking care of your employees while we handle the logistics and the transportation. So y'all think of us, y'all take care.